time once again, baby. Another episode of This Old Outboard coming right at you.
Wow, those two props side by side, everything side by side like that. You know, it doesn't look that much different. Actually, the 40 gear case looks bigger. You know, but they're pretty much identical, other than somebody said it's all the same on the interior, it's just a bigger oil capacity. I don't know. I've done a little bit of homework on the subject, trying to track this gear case down. You see it only has 3 water inlet holes, where most of them have 4. So I've seen a couple of these 3 water inlet holes on 70 horse motors. Then if you start scouting around for props on a couple of websites, the 55 shows 55 with small gear case, 55 with large gear case. So I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? Is this original or not? But if you go on marineengine.com, they call for the exact same part number for the gear case. These motors are almost identical. How all this got started was, I first got the 55. Was trying to get the boat ready. Then the 40 came up for sale right over here. A guy lives back here. And I said, well, this thing is already sitting over here. It's already in 10 times better condition than the 55 was in, if you remember what that thing looked like. And, you know, I said, let me grab that 40, deal with that first. So people said, yeah, well, once you get to 55, the 55 is going to smoke the 40. Then other people said, no, the 40 and the 55, you're not really going to notice any big difference, because back in the 70s, they rated the horsepower at the crankshaft and the power head. Then a little bit later on in the 80s, they changed it and started rating the horsepower at the prop shaft. And the reason why is from the crank coming down and going through everything, you're going to lose some horsepower. So, and at the time they thought, well, maybe you're going to lose up 5 to 10% of your horsepower by the time it travels from there to here. But it's really what I read. This is all what I've read, so don't hold me to it. It's really not that much. It's a very short amount of horsepower loss. That's where they came up with your 48 special or your 88 special. They were 90s and 50s. But because of the loss, they call them a 48 or they call them a 88. Read that too somewhere. Anyway, but it's out there. Get on the internet and read it for yourself. So that was the deal with the motors. I said, well, let's find out which one is going to run faster, 55 or 40. You know, so what? It's rated at the prop. It's 40 horse. 55. So what? It's rated at the crankshaft. If it's losing a little bit of power by the time it gets down here, what's it going to be? A 51, 52 horse? I don't know. Let's find out. So then the other situation with the props, 13 3/4 by 15, 13 by 11. Smaller prop, less metal to turn, faster turn. Bigger prop, more metal to turn, will slow it down. But this has 4 more inches of pitch on it, 15-inch pitch. So it's going to slow down enough and then compensate with the 4 more inches of pitch and run faster. Or is they going to run about the same? Now, if you think about it, 13-inch prop by 11 pitch, man, that's a standard slow all-around prop. That's like your standard. You buy this thing, standard prop for every use. And come up a little bit in size, come up a little bit in pitch, bigger outboard, more horsepower. Boom. So we're going to see what happens. So it's a little bit, you know, confusing, and I don't know. I never did find out why the guy said that bigger gear case is a good thing. Alright, so it was just too easy swapping this puppy out. Nothing stupid happened. So I'm gonna get my cable hooked up, all my throttle cable, everything, get all that hooked up. I got the battery charger on here, and needs a little charge. And get ready to put this puppy all back together in the water, baby. Give it the run around. So let me get started on this. And then I gotta wash this thing, man. And I had another look on the bottom down there. I don't know. It's probably gonna need bottom paint if I'm gonna leave it in the water. So anybody got any good ideas, let me know. I'll show you what's going on down there later. So I got my cables in, and man, what a difference between this outboard and this 40 horse. I mean, these things were way out compared to in here. I tightened everything up a little bit. Hold on, yeah. Should be my reverse. That's neutral. That's reverse. Now what's going on? I just had to screw this. Oh no, look at there. I just screwed this thing all the way in. What's going on? Did it come loose somewhere or something? Crazy. Now I'm taking it right back out where it was when it was on the 40. Something crazy going on. I mean, look at all that. Nothing is happening in the... Oh, hold on. Oh no. It's broke. The cable on the end there is going... The casing is out. It's just going up and down. That means I gotta tear that whole thing apart and replace it with one of these other cables I got. You see it right there? See where it's hanging out? So this thing is just going up and down, up and down, up and down. You know. Frigga fragga, schmigga schmigga, frigga fragga. Well, something stupid had to happen sooner or later. So here's the cable, and it'll go in there, but it ain't leaving much room. I don't know. So until I get something else, it's just gonna have to doodly doo. So let me get that in there. Follow the real life saga, baby. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, and I said I was going to get down here and show you, but you see all these little bubbly, they're hard as a rock. But you see right here where I chipped one off, there's water in every one of these bubbles. Every one of these bubbles has water in it. And I didn't think it was bad at first. Look at this mess. I didn't think it was bad at first on the bottom, but it is. It's totally covers. Look at this thing. When I didn't really notice that. I thought it was just deposit, what do you call it? Lime, calcium, whatever it's called. But it's speckled, the whole bottom. What the hell do I do? I don't know what to do. Paint it, scrape it. And then you can see up there, I've got some spots where it's chipped off, and what do you do, Corley? And, but the whole entire bottom is covered with little speckles filled with water. I'm pretty sure these are filled. So, I mean, I can put it in the water to run the 55, and then I'm just gonna have to take it out to paint it or whatever I gotta do to stop this. So that's where I'm at. What do I do? People, let me know. I need help here. I mean, scrape it, sand it, paint it, clean it, paint it, leave it. I don't know what to do. I mean, I do know what to do, but I need some real good advice. Just waiting for my coffee to get done. Yeah. Percolating. That looks good enough for me. So here's what's going on. The mystery of the Gearcase is solved. Like I was saying, all right, here's your 8740 horse Gearcase, right? And you come down here, here's your part number, 392-196. And you come over here for the 79, and here's your Gearcase. They had an old number, unavailable, and the newer number, still unavailable, but the same Gearcase, same part number. Everything is the same, all the way through, blah, blah, blah. So, I did some homework. Like I said, I could find this Gearcase, well, on some 70s, and then, you go look up props for these things, and the 79 was listing prop for big Gearcase, prop for small Gearcase. I'm like, well, where's this big Gearcase coming from? So if you go back over here to your 79 parts and diagrams, and you roll down here to your Gearcase, you got your rope start and your electric start. Now I've seen this, gazillions of times, and I always wondered, well, what's the difference in a rope start and an electric start? Never knew, never asked. So this is an electric start motor, so I'm always clicking on the electric start. So I come over here, and just out of curiosity, I go, well, what's the difference in the rope start? So I click on it, and you come down here, there it is. Got the 3 holes on the side, not the 4 holes. Here's a picture of it right here. There it is. There's the Gearcase that's on the 55. So, was this model originally a rope start model? Or has the Gearcase been swapped out somewhere along the way? Sometimes these motors, you got to play detective and figure it out. But all the work and time I spent trying to hunt this Gearcase down, there it is right there, right under my nose the whole time. Coffee good. So, these numbers don't match, of course. It's totally different. Also, somebody said it's the same Gearcase, same gears, same gear ratio. This just has a bigger oil capacity. Well, I scroll down, I look up the gears. So reverse gear, part number 031853. Let's go over to the 40. Anyway, they're not the same. Gear, reverse, on 79 through 88, 40, 48, 50, 55, 60, used part number 433570. On 75 through 78 models, used part number 433618. So different gear on reverse. I'm not a big Gearcase guy. Yeah, there it is. Forward gear. Over here on the 40, forward gear. See, here's what's different right here too. Here you got your forward gear, number 38, and the pinion gear. Same part number. Comes in the set. So 397128, 433570. No matching numbers. Now, I also found somewhere that the gear ratio was different between the two Gearcases. But I don't know anything about gear ratio. I don't know which one was. I need to find that again, and I thought I had that saved. I'll check and double check and see if I saved that page or not. Anyway, so that doesn't match up. 38. Now it's not going to be the same because they're doing that as a set. And in some cases they call this Gearcase commercial. It's just been crazy. But there it is, the mystery solved. Rope start Gearcase, mystery solved. So here's the other thing I thought was cool, prop. So here's the 40, here's the standard prop that I have on there. First one on the list, 13 by 11, blah, blah, blah. And as you come down, you go down 12.5 by 13. There's going to be, you can see the difference in the props. It's going to be your faster prop, 12.5 by 13. Less metal you're turning, higher pitch. And you come down and it gets, 12.25 by 15. And 11.75 by 17. 11.5 by 19. 12.5 by 13. So there's your options on the 40 horse. Then you come over here to this Gearcase. Look at this big bad boy, 14 by 9. Jeez. That's for, heavy loads. No speed, heavy loads. Then you come down here, you start getting into a little quicker stuff. 13.75 by 15. That's what I've got on there now. Now, maybe that's why they call it commercial, because, that Gearcase can push some heavy ass loads. So then you come down 13.25 by 17, getting a little quicker on the pitch, and then 13.25 by 15 in stainless, 12.75 by 21. Holy mackerel. There's your racing prop. So they seem to offer a little bit more props on the rope start Gearcase. 13.3/8 by 17. Look at all these props that they offer on this thing compared to the 40 horse. So they don't even offer, something big and bulky to push heavy loads on that motor. So maybe that's why it's a better Gearcase. I don't know. A little bit confusing. Anyway, mystery solved. Alright, that was it, man. That was it. Little Gearcase lesson. Yep, almost there.
Oh yeah, baby, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of This Old Outboard. Follow the real life saga, one outboard at a time, baby. Oh yeah, baby, tons more stuff coming your way. You never know what's gonna happen next. It's This Old Outboard, baby. You know the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.